Hi. So my first orchestral experience was actually in a youth string orchestra. It used to be the Greater Boston Youth Symphony Orchestra, GYPSO, and is now BYSO, the Boston Youth Symphony Orchestra. But that was my first orchestral experience. And I remember coming home from the first rehearsal, from the first day, and being so excited by being in a room with so many other musicians and hearing the different voices, and that was kind of my first experience of playing with that number of people in one room, because of course at school we'd done smaller violin groups of maybe 9 or 10 of us, but that was the first time I'd ever been in a room with violas and second violins and first violins and cello and double bass, and it was just amazing to me. So I remember coming home and saying to my family that I definitely wanted to be a violinist. At the end of that year, we actually performed Ravel's Mother Goose Suite, and I remember there was an audition for the big concertmaster solo, and I practiced really hard and was lucky enough to be able to play that solo with my string orchestra, and I think that was probably the first orchestral piece that made me fall in love with the violin in that way, in a different way. Because as a violinist, I do love the E string. So that solo is just sort of transports you. The last movement, which I'll play a little bit of for you in a bit, is the Enchanted Forest, and it's just so magical. It transports you to this other world, and I remember feeling as though I was just flying and just soaring through space, playing that solo when I was 12 or maybe 13 at the time. And I just, yeah, that was an amazing experience for me, and definitely one that stuck with me, a memory that stuck with me from my childhood, that definitely made me fall in love with violin and with music and with orchestral playing, specifically string orchestra playing and small orchestra playing.